Good morning, home members. Happy Friday. Today we are continuing with our Tonight on the Titanic. We are on chapter 9. We are almost done with the book. Where is it? Shouted Annie. The front of the Titanic sank deeper into the sea. Jack and Annie fell forward. They grabbed the railing and held on for their lives. Maybe the treehouse fell in the ocean, shouted Jack. A great roar started coming from the ship. Jack imagined everything crashing forward. All the furniture, all the dishes, all the bicycles, all the grain clocks. He looked down. A giant wave of water rolled over the lower deck. Jack imagined water flooding the third-class corridor, the card room, and the grand staircase. He closed his eyes, waiting to be washed away. Arf, arf, barked Teddy from the distance. Teddy, cried Annie. Jack forgot all about the little dog. Holding the railing, he used one hand to pull his knapsack. Teddy wasn't there. There was more frantic barking. Where's Teddy? Cried Jack. He's calling us, shouted Annie. We can't look for him, shouted Jack. We'll fall off the ship. Teddy barked and barked. He's close by, said Annie. She held onto the railing and moved slowly down the steep deck. Annie cried, Jack. Suddenly, the light on the Titanic went out. The world was pitch dark. Jack couldn't see Annie at all. Annie, he shouted. He tried to move down the deck, too. But the ship tilted again. Jack slipped and fell. He rolled until he crashed into a smokestack. Jack, cried Annie. Here, here. Teddy, keep barking. The back of the Titanic was rising out from the ocean. The front of the ship was going down. Jack tried to go around the smokestack without falling. In the dark, he could barely see the treehouse. It was stuck between a smokestack and a railing. It was lying on its side. Annie and Teddy were looking out the window. Teddy's barking led me here, cried Annie. Hurry, Jack. Jack crawled around the smokestack. He held out his hand. Annie grabbed it. She pulled him into the treehouse. Teddy licked his face. I wish we could go home, shouted Annie, pointing at the minutes of the book. Jack heard a loud crack. The wind started to blow. The treehouse started to spin, and it spun faster and faster. Then everything was still. Absolutely still. Chapter 10, A Touch of Magic. Oh man, whispered Jack. He was lying on the floor of the treehouse. He was wearing his pajamas and rain poncho again. You okay? Annie said. Yeah, you, said Jack. My heart's beating really fast, said Annie. Mine too, said Jack. He thought of the Titanic sinking in the cold black sea. His eyes filled with tears. It was terrible, he said. Annie nodded. Jack could see tears on her cheeks. Teddy licked Jack's face. Hey, said Jack. How did you get my knapsack? Teddy whined. Jack and Annie stroked his furry head and ears. I think he's has a touch of magic, said Annie. Slowly, Jack sat up. He saved our lives, he said, and now we're going to give the gift of breaking that spell under, said Annie. She turned on the flashlight. She shined the silver pocket watch that hung from her neck. Lucy's gift, she said. The watch had stopped. The hands were at 2:20. Jack was silent, and he sighed. That's exactly when the ship went down.
Good morning, Hudson. Please stand for the pledge. I'm here with
Carly Boyd.
You guys get to listen to the pledge this morning.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
That's exactly when the ship went down, said Annie. Annie looked at him. I guess that's when time stopped for the Titanic, she said. Jack nodded. Annie put the pocket watch on Morgan's note. A gift from the ship lost at sea. They were both quiet. Then Jack took off his glasses and wiped his tears. I'm ready to go home, she said. Let's put Teddy in her and take him home with us. She shined the flashlight to look for him. Teddy, she said. There was no sign of him. He's not here. What are you talking about, said Jack. We were just petting him. He's up to his magic tricks again, said Annie. We'll have to go home without him. But what happened to him, said Jack. I don't know, said Annie. But I have a feeling we'll see him again. She started down the rope ladder, and Jack followed. Teddy, he said, but the treehouse was quiet. Jack pulled his backpack and climbed down the rope ladder. Annie was waiting for him. Without a word, Jack took his hand. The rain stopped. Stars were glittering overhead. Silently, Jack and Annie left the woods. Before they went inside, they looked again at the night. Time must have stopped for the Titanic, said Jack. But books and memories keep the Titanic alive, don't they? It's a true story, but it's like a myth now. Yeah, said Annie. Jack nodded. That's exactly how he felt, staring at the starry sky. He shuddered at the memory of the sinking ship. He knew that he and Annie were lucky. They had come home. Good night, Titanic, he said softly. Goodbye. Then he and Annie slipped quietly into their house, where it was cozy and dry and very safe. The end. So they made it home safe with the watch. Well, all right, home members, I hope you have a wonderful Friday, and I will see you next week.